This is the famous 44 AutoMag. This was designed and built by Harry Sanford of AMT. This particular gun is one of the originals. Goes back about 15 years. It's made out of all stainless steel. It shoots special ammunition. I'll show you the difference between the 44 Magnum revolver ammo and the 44 AutoMag. You can see on the 44 Magnum round, there's a rim. Now that rim can cause problems when you're putting it through a semi-automatic. So Harry Sanford designed a special cartridge, which is actually, there's no rim here. You can see it's rimless. Very similar to the 45 ACP that's used in the 45 automatic and the 9mm. And this allows for supposedly more reliable feeding of the round. Now, some of these AutoMags have a reputation for not being the most reliable guns in the world. Oh, and by the way, they're out of production. They've been out of production for a number of years. And a gun like this could command a price of $2,500 or more. So we're talking about a very valuable piece of equipment here. This one has a 6-inch barrel. You'll notice that it has a ventilated rib that's very similar to a shotgun. Now really, the use on this particular gun is basically for cosmetic appeal. And I say it's a very sexy gun. The gun that was similar to this particular gun was used in one of the later Dirty Harry movies. That gun had a slightly longer barrel than this particular one here. But the ballistics on this gun are very similar to the 44 Magnum. It has a rotary bolt. The action works off the same principle as a rifle, a gas-operated semi-automatic rifle. There's a very interesting internal mechanism in there. And if I can get it open, I'll show it to you. As you can see, it has a pretty hard spring on it. If you take a look at this bolt, you can see that it's made more like a rifle than it is any handgun that you've ever seen. Theoretically, this rotary bolt action will take more pressure than a standard revolver will. So you can load the ammo up to be really hot. So I'm going to fire some genuine factory ammunition here. And let's see how this compares power-wise to the 44 Magnum revolver. This was one of the problems with the original AutoMags. A little bit of trouble getting the cartridges to feed reliably. Clear that out. Okay, now we've got one in the chamber. See how many times we can make it go bang. Well, it sounds good. A lot of muzzle flash. Very comfortable gun to shoot. And I'm surprised we got all 5 rounds off without a jam. Must be a good model here. It's a very accurate gun. In fact, this is one of the most accurate 44s I believe it was ever made. I've seen groups of around 1 inch at 100 yards with these particular guns with the right kind of ammunition. It was an idea that seemed like a hell of a good idea at the time, but it just never particularly worked out. The 44 AutoMag has a fairly light recoil. It's not a violent recoil, but because of this rotary bolt, it tends to roll the gun back in your hand quite a bit. So it's a light recoil, but it's a fairly long recoil. It's more of a shove than a violent crack. The grip on this gun also is a little bit on the wide side. And as you can see, this is not any kind of a gun that has any purpose at all for self-defense. It's just too big and too bulky. These are the 3 shots with a 44 AutoMag. In order to get the group to impact on the black, because this gun was sighted in high, I had to actually hold my sight picture down here. But you can see the AutoMag is capable of very fine accuracy. We have 2 shots cutting right here in the center, and this was probably me right over here. And as you can see, we didn't suffer a heck of a lot going from the iron sights, or going from the scope sight to the iron sights.